I recently had a case where a mother came in to talk to me, and she was visibly shaken. So I offered her water, and we sat down, and I immediately handed her a box of Kleenex as she just broke down and was sobbing, crying. She looked up from her tears and from her water bottle and from her Kleenex, and she says, "I'm so sorry. It's just a terrible story." And so I told her, take a deep breath, sit back. There's no strangers here, just friends you've never met. Tell me your story, very simply put. And so she did. And she told me about how she and her husband had 2 small children, babies, and that the landlord, where they were living, paying rent, failed to provide them with hot water and also heat from time to time. So they made a complaint to the housing authority about this problem. They made a complaint. And so now the landlord, in retaliation, called DCF and made up some bogus, false allegations that certainly were not true. DCF all of a sudden on their door. And she was like flabbergasted. And what we did was we formulated a plan to help DCF understand and realize what was going on here, which was retaliation by the landlord. Now, the DCF came in and made statements about how they went feeding the kids, which was incorrect. The baby that was the oldest was like a Buddha baby. I mean, that child was Exhibit A. And the social worker agreed. And the social worker, much to their credit, checked with the pediatrician and says, no, this baby's thriving, doing fantastic. Up to date medically, is meeting all its milestones, doesn't need any early intervention, a head start, or anything. Same thing with the second born child. And we had DCF speak to various collaterals that knew the family very well, and what DCF was looking for is to make sure they had stable housing, because they couldn't stay living where they were living. The landlord had put such a stink on this place because of retaliation. So the parents had to find stable housing in a blink, which is what they did, and DCF helped them find that housing. And so in the end, there was no supported decision against the parent, the mother, and DCF helped them to find some housing, stabilize the family, and everybody went home happy. Case was closed quickly, DCF never took the children, and it was the ending that hopefully all cases will have, an ending where everybody had a smile on their face.